My name's Tyler Cloward. I am the Director of Product here at Fezzari Bicycles. I'm really excited about this new bike we're launching. Is the Lone Peak Kids Bike. It's 24-inch wheel. I'm excited because I've got kids of my own. It's something that I know they're going to be excited to ride, but I know it's something that a lot of our Fezzari family and Fezzari customers have been asking for is, man, I've got this great Fezzari bike. I want to get my kid on something high quality that they can ride, that has a really solid frame, but really good componentry that I know they're going to enjoy as well. This is one that's been in the works for quite a while. We took a lot of the technology and just a lot of the tubing and a few features from our full-size adult bikes and really changed them to make sure that it was going to work for smaller hands, smaller riders, so they could have as much fun. Starting with the tubing in the frame, this year is the same alloy tubing that we're using on our high-end alloy suspension bikes. I can see internal routing, ISCG mounts, a lot of those same features, tapered head tubes that you're seeing on our alloy suspension bikes, just in a smaller kids package. We decided on a 24-inch wheel size to really hit those riders that maybe they've had experience from a bike already, but they're really to step up into something that they can ride a little bit harder, ride a bit longer, ride on a little more tougher trails. And so we really settled on that 24-inch wheel size, targeting kind of that rider who might be, your taller 6 or 7-year-old, all the way up to the kid that, maybe even to 12 that might be a little bit smaller, looking for something a little more nimble, a bike that they can really grow with. So this bike features a 67-degree head tube angle. We went with, kind of a lower standover height to help those smaller riders, and so they can grow and progress into the bike as well. The component choice was really important on this bike. We wanted something that would really help smaller riders, but still be high quality. We're using an air fork on this bike that it uses a lighter spring in it in the air fork, so that allows that lighter weight rider to actually be able to compress the fork. If we were to use like a full adult-sized damper, the younger kids, the lighter kids, wouldn't even be able to get the feature of the bike. I mean, we've all seen, a kid's bike where it's, I've got a 100-millimeter fork, but it's only moving maybe 20 millimeters because there's such a stiff spring in there because it's adult-sized stuff just sized down or moved over. But we really worked to make sure that it was a light air spring, the fork would actually get full travel, and it's something that's going to be adjustable as the kid grows. It features, we decided to put a full SRAM Eagle drivetrain on this to get the kids a full adult experience. We wanted them to have that wide range gearing, to be able to pedal up all the hills, be able to have the downhills, and be able to progress in the bike. Hydraulic brakes were a big one on this one. We have a smaller reach, shorter lever hydraulic disc brakes so kids can stop. I know with my own kid, that's the biggest thing that she struggles with, is using the brakes and being able to have those big huge levers out there of being able to squeeze those. She's got all four fingers trying to squeeze brakes, but with this one, they can use 1 or 2 fingers to be able to actuate, stop those brakes, keep their hands on the bike with a lot of confidence. That was a big deal. And then we kind of really left no stone unturned into the wheels themselves. We're using a Stans rim. It's tubeless ready. We're using a 24 by 2.6 tubeless ready tire. Having that tubeless setup is a big deal for every parent who's ever changed a flat, from a thorn or things like that. So, as riders, we know the advantage of tubeless, and we wanted to be able to offer that ease of compatibility and changeover to the kids so they can experience traction benefits, the avoiding flats and things like that on the kid's bike itself. The bike is dropper post compatible, so as the kid grows and they want to get into a dropper post, it's all routed and everything for a dropper post. If they want to go really crazy, we put ISCG taps, they can put a chain guide on the bike and really grow into this bike itself. And as if it's something they really want to grow with, there's even higher end options on suspension forks and things like that really utilize everything we've built into this frame. As we were deciding on spec on this bike, we saw what was out on the market and kind of what Fezzari riders and owners were asking for a kid's bike. There's the very low end of the market that was, it's kind of a cheaper frame or brakes that are a little bit harder to use, or not even disc brakes. It's tubed tires. They're less expensive, but they don't have the benefit of being tubeless. A few of those things, and there's a super extreme high market that's out of reach for a lot of people. We wanted to build something that offered real value to Fezzari owners and parents, but also the kids. And that's why we settled on the spec that we did and where we did. I know, like with my little girl, something that she wants to have, she wants to do all of these other things, all these other activities, whether it's dance or gymnastics or swimming, and now she's into horses and things like that. And it's like, man, so I know it's something that in our family we're not able to do all of them, and so she wants to ride her bike as well. And this is something that we can come in and it's kind of a one-time buy, but then it's something that's going to last forever. And then I've got another girl behind her that we could potentially pass the bike down to eventually. And so it's with a lot of those thoughts in mind of why we settled on the spec that we did. We wanted to make sure we had really good quality frame that's going to last forever. It's a suspension fork that's actually going to work and it's going to hold up, and disc brakes that are really going to hold up and are going to be user friendly. Tires and rims and drivetrains and all of those little things. Because it's a bike that we would want for our own kids. That's why we spec'd it and built it the way that we did. And it's something that we can buy once and have for a lot of years, versus buying the the renewal fee or activity fee or whatever it may be. This is one I'm personally really excited about. I love going out and riding with my little girl. That's her favorite thing to do. Is I come home from work and she's, Dad, let's go ride bikes. So we'll either real quick just go cruise down to the park or just a local bike path. Or we've got some local dirt trails. Actually, in back here at Fezzari, we've got a little pump track that we'll ride around. We'll come down here a little bit and ride around a little bit as well. But that's really the greatest thing that I love about the kids bike that we've created is she loves it, but it also allows her and I to spend time together. It's one of her favorite things to do, to go out and ride bikes. And so it's things that we bond over. Even when she was little, we're on the little push bike, she's able to ride that. And now she's growing up and able to ride, a full-size kids bike like this. It's one that I love, and really one of the great reasons why we were able to build this bike is to, is to take, mom and dad with their kids out on it. It's a bike that's going to hold up, to be able to ride on the trail. So I'm really excited about this one, and I hope you guys are too. And you can find more information about the new Lone Peak Kids bike at Fezzari.com.